Hello. Hi, this is Alvin here, and welcome to the Trade Your Edge channel. This is where I talk about price action, I talk about currency, and I talk about gold. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, like, and click on the notification button, and you will get updates from me on a weekly basis. I usually share my comments on the weekends, as and when I can. And this is my channel. Alright, so with that, let's move on to some price action. In front of me, I have the euro dollar chart on a weekly time frame. For those of you who have been following me, today I'm going to clean up my chart and start fresh. I'm going to share how I do that. Okay, so right now I've moved everything away and I have in front of me a clean chart. So with that, let's typically of me, I will look at the largest time frame and see what I can find. Now, very simply, without complicating things, the way I look at it, I see time moving from the top left to the bottom right. So this is a typical downward trend. I would then say, okay, let's look for a few touches here and there. Okay, in front, I have a few of these already. Sometimes I will also use a downward channel tool, which is a equivalent of that, but it gives me two lines. Right. So I have this too, and voila. Now, as you can see, the bottom part isn't exactly rocket science, and I could potentially move this so that the bottom touches it, and the top would just slant a little bit. Right, so this is a potentially best fit. Now, for those of you who are using channels or trend lines, don't take this as your Bible. The prices can change and viewpoints can change. So in this case, just use it as a guideline. And for me right now, it's giving me a somewhat clear downward trend with a few touches on the top. In fact, three very clean touches. What I know this is something different from my past, and this is where I'm cleaning it up again, right? So I I can also see that there are a few touches at the bottom here. Now, as you can see, there isn't a clear hard and fixed rule in terms of where are the horizontals and where are my channels. So I just use it as a rough guide, and for me, it's enough to say, okay, there is a clean touch here, and there is a clean touch on the horizontal, and sorry, on the downward trend and the horizontal. So that's one indicator that I can use. Alternatively, I can also move this and say, okay, maybe there was a somewhat clean touch at the bottom here, and this is where it price did a retest. Okay, so with that, very cleanly, I can then safely say, okay, I want to go back into my smaller time frame. Okay, so moving to the weekly chart, this is somewhat different from my previous because in the past I've always indicated that price was moving something like this. Okay. Again, no hard and fixed rule. What I am looking for right now is price action, and what is clear to me in the last few weeks is that price has been moving in a very tight range over here. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is a tight range. Price has broken out of that range, and it's going north. Right, so that's something that I'm looking at. For those of you who went into a smaller time frame, you would have seen that price broke up, and there is a very nice kind of range on the top. You've got a double bottom, and what price did is gave me a very strong convictional movement, which is a very long bullish bar. Okay, with this bullish bar, it's an indication that the bulls are in the market. Okay, So in the coming week, what I normally do is I will then wait for the pullback before going long, right? That's my classic pullback strategy. That's what I trade on, and for those who are interested, you can check out my website and my books. But having said that, this is where I wait for a pullback and I take it long. It seems like a major trend has been broken. It's also very clean because I now have I've already have a higher low. I now need a higher high, and that is a clear confirmation of a major change in uh, trend. Okay, bear in mind this is a monthly chart. I will then look for my entries. Sorry, I will get a confirmation in a weekly chart and look for my entries in a much smaller time frame. Okay, so this is euro moving on to pound dollar or pound sterling. This is also a weekly chart, and those of you who have been watching, I've done the same thing. I've looked at price and say, okay, is there a change in trend? Okay, so this one is a little bit fuzzy, and I may or may not have a clear line here, and I am not too fussed. I'm just waiting to see how price would change. In that sense, I am, let me see here, I would want to find a pattern at the bottom. Do I have a pattern here? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, so maybe something like this, but it's not clear. So for now, I will remove it just to avoid any confusion. What is certain is I have drawn something like this and something like this. There you go. So one touch here, a clean touch, and a clean final touch here. Okay. Nonetheless, I have a downward trend. Similar to Euro, I have a downward trend. Uh, what I need now is to get some clean picture of what is happening at the daily or at a smaller time frame here. Okay, so this is my weekly chart. I can see that price has range quite a bit. So this was during the COVID-19 period. I got a double top the last time, and this was a tall spike. The U.S. presidential election for 2020 was happening around this period. Okay, so price as of last week has retested this level. So if I were to be very accurate and OCD about it, there's two touches already. Now, is price going to break higher? I would like to find a clean indication, right? Similar to Euro, I want a clean break, right? When I have a clean break, that's an indication of a change of, no, that's an indication of momentum, right? And with momentum, I have crowd behavior backing me up, and I would just ride the wave, right? So this is my view on pound dollar. Moving to a smaller time frame, you can see prices are moving, itching up very slowly. So far, there's no indication that it will break higher, but who's to say that it will continue itching higher or itching lower? The truth is, it's just itching around. Unlike the past, where you can see price can move with momentum, then you know the big boys are in. Right now, yada. Okay, so that's pound. Moving on to gold, right? So gold has been fascinating. For those who know, I've been following this two 2000 mark, $2,000 mark. Major psychological line. Price has been retesting it. This is an all-time high. Price is gonna continue in this direction for a while, and whether is it gonna go higher or not, it's still to be discussed and viewed. However, I'm not here to predict. I'm here to see, okay, what's happening on a small time frame. Truth of the matter is, it is moving downwards a little bit, and I may have a short continuation, or I may not. I don't want to predict. It's not enough points for me, not enough signal. So I'm just going to assume that price is moving downwards very slowly, right? It could potentially means that this $2,000 mark is holding its position very, very strongly. Hence, uh, the amount of sellers up at this level is just too big. So let's see if price is going to break down with conviction or not. Right now, the two potential is that this could mean this could already be a strong downward breakout. So I'm not going to guess it, but if price does go below this, then this will be a short a short trend, a bearish market. If not, then I'll just wait and see because price is just consolidating. Too vague, too difficult to predict. Okay. Now that's gold, and last but not least, my favorite non-active cross pair. This is Euro Pound. For those who are not aware, I watch Euro Pound very closely in the sense that it doesn't do much, but however, it does once in a while give me some nice patterns to trade on. So on this note, price have been ranging for a long time. So I'm just gonna very simply put my chart here. Very, very nice range. Price hasn't really broken up out of this range for a long time, and I believe it's still holding its position really well. A few weeks ago, I made a indication that once price touches this, I would take it short, and I did. Made some few quick profits. Price is still moving downwards, but it's a lot slower than well, it's a lot slower than the trend over here. However, it's not surprising because crosses can be a little bit slow sometimes, and on the basis that there is a strong bond between the euro dollar and the pound sterling, it's just an indication that these cousins are moving. It's very, very slowly. The relationship is really strong, and that's about it. Okay. Nothing interesting in euro pound. More setups on the euro dollar and potentially the pound sterling. And that's pretty much what I'm watching now. I hope you find this commentary useful. Make sure to ask and post any questions. As you can see, the way I redraw my charts, it's really based on intuition. I I I don't spend too much time on it because I know it's just a rough guide. I don't want to use it as a Bible. I do just take it as a light reference when I take my trades. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Thank you and happy trading.